Hello, everyone. This is Travis the Trader coming back to you live. This is Saturday, September the 7th. Wanted to give everyone an update on my account for the week of September the 6th, as I'm sure everyone saw wow, just the downfall of the markets yesterday, with the S&P 500 futures, the NASDAQ futures, the Dow. Volatility spiked up quite a bit, like 9–10%. So what a week it was, capped off by yesterday's market downturn. Wanted to just share with you what happened with my account, what's in, what's out. And of course, always look forward to your thoughts, your ideas. And of course, please, if you found value, to subscribe and provide me with a thumbs up. As I said, volatility futures, as you can see here, we're up, quite a bit, over 10%. And it's something to recognize because markets think that something's going to happen. What that is, I would love to hear your thoughts and comments as to what that is all about. As you saw, the Dow was down. Dow futures are down on Friday, over 500 points. The NASDAQ futures are down almost 600 points. The S&Ps were down almost 110 points. What a day it was. And as you know, the bonds were up. And I guess we're looking at a rate cut. I know, is it September? Is it 25? Is it 25, 50 points? Is it 50? Who knows, right? Who really knows? And again, love to hear your thoughts and comments as to where that's going to go. But let's get right into the account. My first position I wanted to share with everyone is MCL/MCL. That's the micro crude oil futures. It's actually a position I had put on earlier this week. And it's a strangle. It's a 60 on the put, 77 on the call. It's doing what it has to do. I've got 40 days to expiration. So 39, 38 days will be on Monday when the markets reopen. Of course, we'll be keeping our eyes on this. ZN, /ZN. It's the micro, that's the 10-year note futures. And the only thing I really did to this was I raised my puts to 111. My calls are still slightly in the money. This thing has been tough. This thing, I need a downtick, and I'm not sure I'm going to get one with the upcoming rate cut here, but that's where we're holding. AA, I always like to say AA, it's not Alcoholics Anonymous, it's Alcoa. I've rolled this. I've got I got earnings coming in on October 16th. And as you can see, my extrinsic I did not get that email that said that my puts, I was assigned on the puts, but it's not looking good. I really need this stock to move up, and I'm not getting it. AMD, I am cannot find an uptick with AMD either. Advanced Micro Devices. So also have earnings coming up next month towards the end of October. ARKK, I've got a naked put. I feel like I've been in this position forever. The puts also in the money. I need an uptick on that as well. BAC, Bank of America. It's got earnings also coming up next month, give or take about 6 weeks from now. And got a 41 put. Stock's about 30, almost $39. Need an uptick. BITO, BITO. Again, you're looking for Bitcoin exposure. This is one of the ways to go about doing it. And I cannot seem to buy an uptick. I've got a 24 put that's in the money. I still have plenty of extrinsic, but it wouldn't shock me if at some point I get assigned on these shares. CZR, which is Caesars Entertainment, I've got a covered call at 35. And again, we're in the covered calls. Again, we want to see the stock to move up, and the covered call is there to reduce our cost basis. It's not working. Delta, Delta Airlines, which also has earnings in about a month, have a naked put here at 43. My puts are slightly in the money, but need to also see an uptick at this point. Love to take this off before earnings, but it's anyone's guess as to how that's going to work out. DKNG, DraftKings got a 400 shares, have 4 covered calls. I need the stock to move up, and it's been very challenging in that regard. EWW, which is Mexico, the Mexican ETF. This is a 54 covered call, and I cannot seem to buy an uptick in the stock. Someone knows what's going on in Mexico. Please let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. FCX is Freeport McMoran. This is my exposure to copper, and it's been tough. It's just a naked put. It has just been a tough roll on this. Also has earnings next month, mid-October. GDXJ, this was a new position I put on this week. This is a strangle, a 39.49 strangle. It's doing what it has to do. I need to see, as you can see, my IV rank on this is a 92. I need to see a vol crush. Not sure we're going to get it in this kind of market right now, considering September, October are not the greatest months in the stock market. Google, oh, you want to talk about a killing here. This one has just been taking me to the cleaners. GOOGL, Goog with an L. Got a 160 put. The stock is at 151. Got earnings next month. Not sure how to deal with this. I just may continue to roll this into earnings. And again, if at some point I get assigned, so be it. At least I can say I'm a proud owner of Google shares. INTC, you want to talk about a stock that cannot seem to find an uptick. Intel is the one. Again, continuing to sell covered calls against the stock. As someone mentioned to me about INTC, it is a PIG pig. Let's not that hard to figure that one out. IWM is another one. This thing I've rolled 22 times. I got a 210, 235 strangle. Got about $4 of credit. You know, I just feel like I'm going to continue to roll this thing for quite some time. Need to see a vol crush. I need it to stay within the 210 through 235. You know, that's where we're at. This is what it's all about. JD is the ADR, Chinese ADR, JD.com. I have a 30 put. I need an uptick. I mean, it's as simple as that for this stock, and we haven't seen it yet. LUV is Southwest Airlines. You know, this stock has just kind of been hovering in the I'd say mid to late 20s, got a 27.5 covered call, 2 covered calls. And right now, we'll just continue to hopefully soak up as much data as we can, but need the stock to move upward. LVS, Las Vegas Sands, it's a 41 put. I always think I'm going to get assigned on this, and it just doesn't happen. But I've got earnings next month, and again, I need the stock to move upward, and it's just been hovering in the late 30s at this point in time. So looks like it's going to be another roll, and it looks like it's just going to be all about collecting as much data as I can. SPX is the S&P 500 index. Can't actually buy the shares. It's all about the options, so that there's no dividend risk or anything like that. Assignment risk, because this is all cash settled. Because the markets took such a massive hit, I desperately needed some short delta. So I just sold just a very plain Jane, simple call spread, a 54.25, 54.30 call spread. The stock right now is at 54.08 is where it's holding right now. I'll have a better idea with the futures opening up tomorrow at 5 o'clock Central Time. We'll see where things are, but right now, I just needed some short delta to just help me get through these last several days. UAL, United Airlines. So the stock is has bounced back. This is a covered call, 43 covered call. It's got earnings next month. I've got a 43 covered call, and again, if I do get assigned on the call, I have the shares. Not the biggest deal in the world. It's actually not a bad problem to have, because I know that overall, because it is a covered call strategy, again, we want the stock to move upward. And last but not least, XBI, talk about a position I feel like I've been in for the last several years of my life. A 95.106 strangle. According to this, I've rolled this 24 times. I got about $2.50 of credit. Look, it's doing what it has to do, but again, I need to see a vol crush. It's got a 45, 46 IV rank. And I could write a whole book. I could write a whole screenplay about this particular position. So I wanted to share with everyone. I wanted to get your thoughts, your ideas. What are you trading? What are you seeing in the markets? Always a pleasure to hear what other people are doing. And again, if you found value, please subscribe to my channel. Always appreciate the thumbs up. And of course, I look forward to seeing everyone at the next video.